Good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are doing good. We are here to present the project of construction job site management, and the project topic is charter for a residential building. And my group members are Adira Tambi, Muhammad Faiz, Nimesh Gopakumar, and myself Shahina Mudre, Sagar Sudarshan Kumar. And project purpose. We took a 3-bedroom single family house. It's designed with the most up-to-date construction materials and standards, as well as cutting-edge technology to reduce energy consumption is also used in this project. All phases of the project will be completed, including acquiring property, obtaining approvals and permits for all necessary documents, constructing the house, and finishing landscaping and interior design. And the total estimated cost of this project is around $30,000. Measurable objective. Measurable objective means provide a performance metric to determine if the project is adequate and whether our effort can contribute to the achievement of the goals. And the first one is quality in service and products. In these, we can measure by using the client satisfaction, reliability in cost and schedule, defects, and the second one is environment. On this, we can measure by using the building energy used and the construction works we diverted during the construction. And in community, we can measure this by the complaints, means the total number of non-emergency construction related complaints. And in case of safety, construction industry workplace incidents in that, means the number of time loss claims or the number of serious injuries claims. Project deliverable means we took this single story residential house in Cochin. It have 3 bedroom, 1 office room, a kitchen, 4 bathroom, and 2 car garage. Area of building is around 4,500 meters square, and energy efficient materials are used for this construction. That's all about my topic, and the next will taken by Adira. Welcome, Adira.
Good morning to all. I am Adira Tampi and I am here to discuss the remaining sections of Project Charter. So, first of all, the assumptions and constraints of the project. The assumptions are made during the planning stage of the project, and these conditions are very essential for the planning. First one, there is a large gap between the estimation of budget of project and purchasing the material. So, it is assumed that the price of the material will remain constant. And also, the quality of the material and equipment used is good enough for our project. And another assumption of the project is related to the supply of materials. There are so many external suppliers in this project, so it is assumed that they will supply the correct materials on time without any obstructions. And the project is expected to complete within the duration, that is 1 year, and also within the estimated budget. And also, it is assumed that there is no chance for labor strike or any other strike which adversely affect the project time and cost. Then another important assumption made is related to the natural calamities. The project was planned during the initial stage of COVID-19 pandemic. So it is assumed that this after effects of COVID-19 pandemic will not affect the project and there is no obstruction from the side. Like there is no material supply, there is no restrictions in the material supply, or there is no obstructions in the material project. These are the major assumptions made in the project. Next, moving to the constraints. The constraints are the conditions that is assumed which adversely affect the project. The major constraints of the project are First of all, the project has a limited time for completion and also a limited cost. So the project has to be completed within that time and cost. Another important constraint is that the client required innovative and different model for the model for the house. So the company has to satisfy the client requirement, and also the availability of the material is limited, so it has to be met during the construction. Then due to the COVID-19 pandemic situation, as I already mentioned, the availability of materials and labor may be limited, so it may adversely affect the project. There is so many external supplies in the project, so due to if there is a delay in the supply, it also affect the project. That's all about the construction and constraints and assumptions. Next is the project descriptions and boundaries. So moving to the high level project description, these are the details of the project. The project was done for the client named Mr. Anthony, one of the reputed officer in Kochi, and he required a 3-bedroom house, which consists of two car garage, and the total area of the building is 4,500 square meter, and the total area of the plot is 2 acres. The site is located on Kochi, and the estimated duration for the project is 1 year. And also the cost for the project is $30,000. The project was done by the Churian Varki Construction, which is a famous company in Kerala. They completed the project within the quality, within high quality and within the estimated time and cost. So the project was done by them, and the delivery system used for the project is a design build. Next is the project boundary that will be explained by my team lead. Thank you.
Thank you, Adira, for the detailing. Hello, everyone. Myself, Muhammad Faiz, and I am going to talk about the project boundaries. The project boundaries are the measurable characteristics that define what belongs to and what doesn't belong to a project. The project boundaries are closely belong to the project objective. They define the conduct of the project in terms of expected result, and they determine they are useful for determining the scope of the project. Some of the project boundaries of this particular residential building are: the project should be completed within the time. It is commonly, we all know that the project should be completed within a time. The safety of the workers in pandemic conditions should be ensured. The construction was carried out during the COVID-19 pandemic, and obviously the safety of the workers involved in the construction of this project should be ensured. Each phase of the project has a designated role assigned. Each and everyone working in the project assigned a particular role, and each one should be ensured that they carry out their role properly. No furnishing of the house was not done. The latest material available in the market is used for the construction. Landscaping work and interior designing is included in the project. The next topic is the risk involved. High level risk involved in the construction. The risk is the possible exposure of the possible loss, and the calculation of the potential risk involved in the construction is a challenging one, because the construction project varies from each other. It is different in each other, and therefore the risk involved in each project will be different. But for the success for a success of the project, the risk should be calculated. They should be recognized and assessed. The contractor, he should be prepared to manage the risk with a proper risk management plan. Some of the risks involved during this residential construction are the technical risk. The technical risk involves the uncertainty of resource and availability of the material, inadequate site investigation, incomplete design. The next one is the logical design, logical risk, sorry. Availability, which involves the availability of transportation facilities, availability of equipment such as spare part, fuel, and labor. And the next one is the environmental risk. This includes natural calamities, weather condition, and this COVID-19 pandemic situation. The next one is the management-related risk. Management-related risk involves the uncertain productivity of the resources, properly defined scope, define the roles and responsibility. The next one, the last and final one was financial risk. This includes the unexpected increase in the material cost, local taxes, etc. The next one is the milestone summary schedule. The milestone summary schedule is the summary that allow the project team leader to review and identify all the significant and major project related milestones that may exist in the course of the project. This summary is helpful in making sure that nothing falls behind schedule of the radar entirely. This table of summary, a milestone summary schedule. From the table itself, we can easily understand that the start date and end date of each phase of the work. Overall, the project is started on the 1st of July 2019 and ended on 1st of July 2020. The foundation main works like the foundation site work foundation started on Wednesday 11/19/2019 and ended on Saturday 7/12/2019. It took almost 1 month for the foundation work, and concrete slab started on 30/10/2019 and ended on 12/11/2019. And just completion of the project work was on the Wednesday 1/7/2020. That's all for my topic. The rest will be taken by. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed Faiz, for the detailing. And myself, Sagar Sudarshan Kumar, and I'm presenting you my topic, budget summary. The budget summary includes all the things that is happening, that is required for the construction to be happen. And it takes the estimate of the cost of every happening thing and every deliverables and every materials that need to be available in the construction project. So here the things are excavation and footing, flooring, doors and windows, roofing, exterior and partition walls, HVAC, painting, electronics, contractor profits. And the total sum is like around 17 lakhs. That is approximately $3,000, 3,000 Canadian dollars. And my next topic is stakeholder. Stakeholders is the party that has an interest in a company and can either affect or be affected by the business or its activities. Usually these stakeholders are the people who are affected by the affected after the completion of the project, which can be either good or be bad. So anyone who is affected by the construction project is the stakeholders of that particular project. And it is being divided into internal and external stakeholders. And in this construction project, the stakeholder list is as follows. The first one is the owner. The owner is the supremacy in the stakeholder list. He can actually he can actually decide who need to stay in the stakeholders list or not. And his decision is the ultimate one. And the architects, they provide the plans and data for the construction. And the supplier, they provide all the necessary materials, labors for the construction and all these equipments for the construction. Contractor, they execute the project and do all these legal paperwork like the government works, government-related works, etc. And the project manager, who is appointed by the contractor specifically to execute and supervise the site and manage the site. And the laborers, who are the man force, who do all these man labors. and the community. These are the people who are getting affected after the completion of the project, which also include the people who are getting affected during the construction of the project. So I'm passing it to Nimesh for the presentation continuation. Thank you.
Thank you, Saga, for giving us a good idea about stakeholder list for the project charter. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nimesh Kopakumar, and I'll be giving out you guys an idea about what is project success. So a project can be deemed successful if it accomplishes its intended purpose and if it achieves the desired objectives, scope, and deliverables accompanied by it. And if the project is finished within the proper schedule, it's also deemed successful. And one of the major things which determines the success of a project is whether the project can be delivered within the defined budget. And another thing is team satisfaction, customer satisfaction. Team satisfaction means that the workers working under the project are satisfied by the work and as well as the conditions that they work in. And customer satisfaction is the main thing when it comes to project success. If a project is finished within the vision of the customer and if he is happy, then a project can be deemed successful. And next is the quality of the project and quality of the work as well. If the work is done to up to is kept up to a certain standard, the project can be deemed successful. So we'll go on to the next slide. So next slide, project approval. A project describes an approval describes gaining the customer or owner's acceptance at the end of a project by successfully delivering goods and services that meet the requirements that were set at the beginning of the project. So a project without the approval of the customer or the owner is not completely successful, even if it is within the time and the budget. And next is project approval requirements. There are certain requirements for approving a project. If the main things are if all the work is done in accordance with the given specifications and regulations, it can be approved. The project, if the project is completed within the given cost and time deadline given in the project charter, it can also be approved. The project is continuously inspected for changes and delays, and all the paperwork is required before the house is handed over to the owner. And the owner checks the house and sees if the project is according to his vision and wish. And that's customer satisfaction, by the way. Okay, then the people signing off on a project, because this project takes design bid system. The people signing off would be the designations for the people signing off are the owner, project managers, site office in charge, and the contractor. So that's all about the project charter for this project. Hope you guys learned a lot from this, and thank you.